What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be taking a look at the NBA Draft Festival and NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. What it is, what you guys should be looking at within this. For example, Mutombo is only 3 invincible cards, and if any of these things are worth it or not. As we do dive into this thing, if you are new to the channel and have not yet, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. As always, I appreciate all of the support on the channel. You guys are absolutely amazing and the reason that I do this. So, here's the thing. New MyTEAM Festival. How do you get these festival cards? Well, you earn them after every win. Oh, wow. And you open packs, right? You want to know how you get these festival cards? You open packs. It really is that simple. It really is that easy. Now, when it comes down to, packs, are they worth it? Packs are never really worth it. Here you guys can see if you open this 3 times, you get an invincible. It's just not worth it. There's never going to be packs that I say are worth it, so it is what it is. I'm not going to sit up here and act like they are worth it. Now, as far as the challenges that we do have in the game right now, you guys can see you can grind all of these things out to get some different packs. You get 2 top 3 picks as well as 1 top 5 pick. For the top 5 pick, you got to play 3 King of the Court games. For the top 3 pick, you've got to grind all of these things out. Now, people might be wondering, Ty, what does a top 5 pick, what does a top 3 pick really look like? I don't necessarily even know, right? It's one of those things, like, it's kind of hard to even see within, this festival what they do end up looking like. So I don't even know because I don't have any of them. But I will say, if you are into, grinding these things out, a lot of these shouldn't be super difficult, right? You do have to use, the players needed, right? 3 players for the multiplayer. As far as single player, you do need 3 players as well. But it should be relatively easy to do. Now, kind of the order of operations, the way I would approach this is grind for the 10 box and then use that 10 box to get the cards needed for the festival challenges. So grinding these, right? What does it look like? You got to get 1 triple-double. With a player, you got to score 30 points and 10 assists. You got to get 20 assists, rebounds, fast break points, 20 threes, blocks, and steals, 15 dunks over triple threat games, 5 single player games, 3 multiplayer games. Gonna take you probably right around an hour to grind those things out. Not super long, but probably right about an hour to do. Now, off initial look, and this is just me, what do I think is worth it in this NBA's draft festival? Well, Paolo Hakeem, first of all, gonna be nearly impossible to obtain. Who do I think's more worth it? Paolo over Hakeem, but neither of them are worth it. I'm just being honest. When Ralph is sitting right here, Ralph is basically, 60% of the price, or he's 40% less expensive than Hakeem and Paolo. And in my opinion, he's better than those cards. So if it's up to me, I'm taking Ralph over Paolo or Hakeem. But to be honest, I don't think any of that is worth it. Mutombo is only 3 invincible cards, and honestly, if I'm you guys, I'd get Mutombo over anything else. Now, I've already got Mutombo on my account, so it's kind of the opposite, but counterintuitive, but I think Mutombo is so good. Now, Stacey Augmon, I don't think he's going to be necessarily worth running, but I really do like what that Mutombo gets into. I think he is just an absolute beast, an absolute stud. So you're never going to hear me slander Mutombo's name. I think the card is just incredibly good on this game. Now, furthermore, you go on to the 100 overalls. Cat is 20, 100 overalls. Glenn is 15. David Thompson is 10. I don't necessarily hate any of these cards. The problem I see is I don't think Cat's going to be better than Dikembe. And he's way more expensive, right? I don't think Glenn Robinson's worth it. The card that I think is most worth it in this Invincible, or in this NBA draft event, is Kenyon Martin. I mean, 20 dark matters for the card. I don't think is going to be super crazy. And again, is he going to play over Mikal or Josh Smith? Probably not, right? Like, objectively speaking, he probably isn't. But I still don't mind. I still don't hate what the card can get into. I still think the card is incredibly, incredibly good on this game. And so that's, something to obviously think about for you guys. But as far as this event, I just, I'm going to go back to the same thing. In my opinion, it's Kenyon Martin or MT, right? Obviously, I'll go through and get the legend badges. I would recommend you guys getting the legend badges as well. But outside of that, and I'll have a video talking specifically about the duos later on the channel. But outside of that, I just don't see a ton here really to look at. Like, the Ben Gordon, Emeka Okafor duo is not good. If you need a budget point guard, Austin Carr is solid. But again, outside of that, there's nothing here really to look at. Like, if you want a Season 6 Super Pack, you can do it. It's 5 pink diamonds. It's going to be relatively inexpensive. But all the diamonds stink. All of, the pink diamonds aren't that good outside of Austin Carr. The Galaxy Opals aren't that great outside of, I don't love any of the Galaxy Opals, honestly. And outside of Kenyon Martin, Bob Lanier is not bad if you need a power forward center. But, I don't love this event. Now, I will say, we are going to see, so we'll see exactly what these challenges do end up looking like. But, honestly, I don't think that that these are going to be that crazy of challenges, right? I actually think that these are I think a top 3 pick's invincible, and that this is 100 overall. I could be wrong on that, but that's kind of my prediction. And in my opinion, we'll check. Let me check King of the Court. So yeah, you get a GOAT, then you can get. Oh my gosh, if you finish in the top 1%, you get a GOAT card. If you finish top overall, you get a 5-box in King of the Court. So I also will say this: playing in King of the Court, you can get either 2 100 overalls for finishing top 50, top 10%, you get 1 invincible. For finishing, top 1%, you get a GOAT card, right? You finish first, you get 5 GOAT cards, which obviously, and this is just me, but obviously for Hakeem or Paolo, you're still a ways away. But for Ralph, you're I don't want to say close, but you're somewhat close, especially if you do grind out some of the rest of these challenges. So I do think, will we see any more challenges? We'll have to see. But I think, if you are in tune to this, you should, at minimum, be able to go get Dikembe Mutombo. And that's something that's on my mind for everybody. If you can find a way to get 3 invincible cards, which I think you should be able to earn, over the course of time, especially if you play in King of the Court, you're going to get a free Dikembe Mutombo, who I absolutely love. So between Dikembe Mutombo and Kenyon Martin, if you're balling on a budget, those are the guys to look at. Now, again, if you have, the best team in the game and those type of guys, then obviously you might want to try to work your way up to, a Ralph Sampson. But for me, it really starts and ends with the fact that guess what? It's another event in my team. It doesn't feel super rewarding. I don't see the 10 box here, and I'm kind of surprised. Maybe that will get added later to the game. But normally you can get a 10 box in here. I don't see that, so that's something to obviously keep an eye out for. But as far as this event, it is what it is. It's another, I don't want to say pay to win event, but it kind of is. You're not going to grind your way in single player to get these cards. Now, I would recommend you guys, grinding these things out. And even if you want to downgrade for MT, guys, that is always a great option. And I know you guys are probably going to say, Ty, I don't want to just sit there and do that. I've been doing that, for so long. But it's something that I've done. And as content gets better and better, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. And I'll leave you guys with this, right? I like Kenyon Martin. I like Dikembe Mutombo. I like both of those cards. But if you look at the content that we got today, I want you guys to know and realize, we see Dark Matter. We saw a couple of Dark Matters that I think are better than Kenyon Martin. You look at Joe Smith or Elton Brand, you can't tell me that Kenyon Martin is better than those guys, because I don't know if he is. And even if you want to, go down and look at, even the Galaxy Opals, if you look at Galaxy Opal, throw out a name like Purvis Ellison or, the Candyman, Michael Candy. These are cards that are so good. I think, is the Candyman as good as Dikembe? No, but I don't think he's that much worse. And so those are the things that I would tell you guys to be careful if you are locking in for anything too crazy. Because yes, I like Dikembe Mutombo, but again, with this drop today and what we're seeing, he lost a lot of value. He did. And so look at Dikembe's price before you lock in 3 different invincibles for an unsellable Dikembe. I know, yes, it sounds easy and simple to do, but by locking that in, you are locking in a lot of MT. So that is still something I would encourage you guys to just be patient with the cards that you guys do get from this festival. I'm one, I don't really use my cards until the last minute. And so, yeah, I'm kind of behind the 8 ball now and have to go and downgrade all these things and do what I got to do. But I'm telling you, I make a ton of MT off of this event. And even if I would not have pulled anything crazy from my, King of the Court pack, stuff like that, my squad still would be in a fine position because I take advantage of what these events offer. These events offer so much for somebody that is no money spent, that doesn't want to spend money on the game. And again, if you downgrade it, look at all the MT that I'm getting, right? And this is just one little little, sequence here, but look at all the MT. Like, it just goes up like crazy. So something I'm obviously interested in. Kind of my approach that I would take if I were you guys today. Grind for the NBA draft, #1 picks. Obviously, for me, it's going to be frustrating because I am going to have to go into a domination game to get the triple-double. But nice part is you can get the triple-double, 30 and 10, and get just 10 rebounds on top of that. You are going to be moving and grooving. Obviously, combine that with the double MT challenges, and before you know it, your squad's going to be really solid. So that's just kind of the approach that I would take if I were you guys today. Let me know your thoughts on kind of the content today on the new event, those types of things. I'm going to start my domination grind as we speak. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.